Hey there guys, I'm going to be going to the Moose trial to preview it for the global server and also try to knock out that 5-turn unit of choice mission that I actually never got on the JP server yet. I just haven't gotten around to it. This is going to be a preview for the global server, although I am using units that are not available on global. In fact, the entire team is not yet on global. But this is more to explain the fight and show it than to use global only units. So we're going to use Warrior Blight for evasion covering. He's also got Toxic Rain for using disease on the boss, and he's going to be doing breaks. We're using evasion because we're not going to break on turn 1. So because of that, we kind of want evasion, but you technically don't need evasion if you can break on turn 1. We're going to use Zandy to chain with Dark Fina. He's mostly just for chaining. His damage is pretty low. He's not well geared, but he does chain with Dark Fina, who's going to be a magical DPS for this fight. She's got a little bit of Beast Killer. She's on Golem for more Stone Killer. And she's got decent stats. We're going to use Luna Freya as our healer, mitigator, buffer, imbuer. Yeah, like all the above. Luna Freya is amazing. I really like her. Not available on global. You can use like Sylvie or something on global. But for this one, we're using Luna Freya. Riku is going to be my chainer. She chains with the Mirror of Equity family. She does pretty good damage. She can technically break as well, but we're not going to use her for breaks. I gave her plenty of Beast Killer and non-elemental weapons because we're using Imbues, so we don't need elemental weapons. And we're grabbing Snow White, Alice. I'm not sure if this is Snow White or Alice. This is one of the new Alice in Wonderland units. She's just a chainer. She chains with Riku. I just grabbed the first one I saw that chained with Riku that has good attack. You know, it's hard to find Japanese friends if you don't have one to set them up for you. Anyway, so the Moose is going to ambush with a mana regen buff on your team. It actually gives your team infinite mana for this fight. So using, like, Aloha Lastwell with mana problems will be fine on this fight. Anyway, he counters magical damage with magical attacks, and he counters physical damage with physical attacks. Because we're not breaking him on turn 1, we're going to evasion cover with Warrior Blight, and the physical counters will be covered. Luna Freya is going to imbue the team and give us a magical mitigation buff. Because we're not breaking the boss on turn 1, we're only going to use our unlocks on the mages. We're not going to actually attack the boss yet. Now Riku is going to chain with Alice. I think this is Alice. And get some damage in. So currently we're still just powering up. We are imbued with water from Luna Freya, so that's nice. And as you see, all the counters are being dodged with evasion. Because we didn't break the boss yet, those would kind of hurt. Now we're going to break the boss, so we can actually start using magical attacks safely now. And let's go ahead and just chain a little bit for crystals. Alright, so now the boss is broken, attacking magic. So now we can safely chain. We're going to swap Riku over to her good chain only. And we're going to use some chains with Alice. Let's see. Luna Freya is going to give us some break immunity buffs because there is a break later in the fight. And now we're going to chain with the mages. Now the mages are going to get counterattack, but because we've got mitigation up from both Warrior Blight and Luna Freya, it's going to deal very, very low damage. When the boss goes below 75%, he's going to start countering. He's going to start using AoE magic on the whole team as well. But because we're buffed up, it should be no problem. Alright, so we are below 70% now. So we're going to get an AoE magic attack. You'll see it's going to hit pretty minor. He does AoE physical every turn as well, which Warrior Blight is covering. So the damage on this boss is pretty low, as you can see. So we're going to use Luna Freya for a stat buff, and Warrior Blight is going to use Toxic Rain. Toxic Rain applies disease, which is a 10% break that does work on the boss. Now we're going to go ahead and chain with this unit. And let's go ahead and chain. Now the boss does counter Limit Burst as well. So because we use the Limit Burst, he's going to use an additional magical attack. But again, we've got Luna Freya's buffs, we've got Warrior Blight's buffs. It's going to deal pretty low damage regardless. Here's the double magic attack like I mentioned. And now that he's below 50%, he's going to start using the physical AoE twice a turn, or 3 times a turn if you use a Limit Burst. But because we don't really care about that because we're evading it. It's fine. So let's go ahead and chain with our friend. Let's have Luna Freya put up her mitigations again. Do that mitigation, and let's do a better heal over time. Let's see. So we're going to go ahead and chain, and Warrior of Light technically could finish with the limb first. But we're not going to actually finish him this turn. Okay, that's fine. So Warrior of Light, we'll just put up a big barrier, because we did break, we did push the last threshold. Put up a barrier. And this threshold is going to AoE break us before attacking. Alright, so turn 5, the boss goes immune to physical damage. So at this point, we have to finish him off with only our mages. Alright, so we'll break, and I'm not even sure if this break does anything, but we'll do that. Because you'll notice these units can't hurt anymore. The boss is now immune to physical on this turn. So if you're using physical DPS, you've only really got 4 turns to win. But if you're using magical DPS, you've got 5 turns. So we'll do that, and we'll hit him with Limit Burst, and we'll chain, and we'll see if our mages can finish him off in time. We did. Got him in 5 turns, and here comes my first kill. So we did all missions in 5 turns. Not a global team. As you can see, the Moose Trial is pretty easy. Now, one unit that is like an ace in the hole is Enhanced Sid. Enhanced Sid can just blow up this boss if you have him, or you can grab a friend Enhanced Sid. And that boss, an Enhanced Sid, can do something like 70% or more damage in a single jump. So that can easily get you the 4-turn kill or the 5-turn kill. And I'll be putting a post on Reddit with a lot more information about different units that can help out. So let me go ahead and get that post typed up and this video uploaded, and I'll see you guys soon.